good evening to you. I'm just gonna go and quickly make sure that we are live on Facebook as well. Turn that on and then we can get started. I hope you are having a beautiful week. The weather is definitely warming up. I'm loving it. Although I still had a cardigan and a jumper on today, but hopefully we can sort of shed the layers towards the end of the week. So let me know if you can see me on Facebook. Just want to make sure that everybody can see me everywhere. So tonight I'm going to revisit the Baros bracelets. We put some more colors together, what was on the website before. I really do love how these turn out. Very, very easy technique. You don't even need a PDF. I'm going to be showing to you how to add them together. I'm going to turn you down and show you all the different colorways. We will be creating this sort of geometric shape with the Baros beads. I just love how they all sort of how they all just sit together. It's a technique called right angle weave, but we will be working in triangles. Usually in right angle weave you work with squares, but in this case we're going to be working with triangles. I really do love how it all looks. Right, are we live on Facebook? Do let me know if you can see me on Facebook. I believe we are, so we can get started. Right, I'm very quickly going to pop you over to the website and show you them on there. Then I'll show you the samples down on my mat. So going over to the website, and by now you know the drill. So I'm just sharing my screen. There we go. So totalbeads.co.uk is the website you need to go to. We got so much on there. There's all these different singing and dancing carousels on the front of the page. You can scroll down and you can find all sorts of different things, categories, whatever really you're looking for. Now I'm going to go back to the top, and we have added these new sort of buttons at the top as well. So I'm going to click on jewelry making. I'm going to go into video tutorials, and again I can scroll down. There is so many on there. Doing the Eleanor yesterday, I really loved that, making those ones, like so fun, and all sorts of different ones we've been doing over the last 4 years. Now Baros Puca bracelet bit of a tongue tie we're doing today. So I'm going to scroll down. There is the old video there as well. We did it before, and then the new one is going to be live above it. Now there's 25% off on the kits, so please have a look and choose which one ever you. Some of them we got limited stock, some of them are like we got good stock. So the offer is going to be lasting until the end of the weekend, so please do have a look at them. Right, we got so many different colors. You know me, I can't just stop at 3 colors, so we have got 14 colors here to show you. I got 13 samples and I'm going to be demoing with the 14th one. So, and I'm just going to click in here and show you the materials. Now you're gonna get the Baros beads, you're gonna get the Kanos beads, which is those little cones what you can see on there on the end of the Baros beads. Now the beauty of this, that those Kanos beads turn the Baros beads into a rice shape, but we can use different colors, so it's kind of like look like we are adding bead caps on the end of the bead. I just think it looks really good, formally with the crystals and a toggle clasp. Now we don't use seed beads for this one at all, so it's only sort of larger beads and it comes together very quickly. Now bracelet what you can make with this one is about 7.5 inches. So if you do want, or you do require a bigger bracelet, then scroll down and you can see all the materials at the bottom and add an extra Baros bead in your basket. So because you will have enough beads of the Kanos and the crystals as well to make it like 8-9 inches if that's the size you need. Right, I'm gonna come back to the main page, and then I'm gonna stop sharing my screen. I am tongue-tied this afternoon. And then going down on the mat, and I'm going to show you the bracelets, the colors here down on the mat. So the first one is the aluminum light blue. I love this one, blue and silver. You can't go wrong with blue and silver. And I love the crystals in there because they're AB finished, so they're really sparkly. Next one is the copper dark violet. I just want to give you exactly the right name for it. So this one is like a plummy color with copper color. For the summer, sometimes it's really nice to wear really bright colors, oranges and pinks and and you know, purples and pretty bright colors, yellows. However, I think sometimes it's really nice to wear bronzy colors. So I have made up quite a few sort of darker bronzy colors for this one. Right, next one is the Crystal Bronze Gold. Again, sort of is gold and bronze, very dark bronze with gold. Again, I think it's perfect for the summer. Next one is the Crystal Matte Purple. I love this one as well. Again, it like sort of, it's a plummy color, but like this one, I added the plummy color with sort of more a coppery color, and this one, the plummy color is more with the rainbows. So kind of it's like completely different in a way. Next one, I'm just going to scroll down so I can give you the right name. The dark bronze is the next one. I love this color as well. I love bronzes. I think especially when you get a little bit of a suntan, they show up so well on the skin. Next one is a dark bronze copper. So again, this one is a shiny dark bronze. This one is a matte dark bronze. So again, we got different finishes in the bracelets themselves. Next one is the dark plum rose, which I'm going to demo with. And the one after that is a dark red bronze. Again, there's a theme, yeah, bronze all around. So red and bronze. Nice. This one is quite bright as well. Next one is the green called Iris. I love this one as well. Green and gold and sort of that bit of purples and pinks coming through. I just really love this colorway. Next one is the light called Ceramic. I love this. This is a very nice and bright color as well. Next one is the matte purple AB. So it's purple and AB, because the crystals and the little cone shaped beads at the end there are clear AB, and these are purple. They really stand out. I just love it. Next, and so as on this one, which is the metallic matte blue, just went for a darker blue and sort of lighter finishes all around it. I just love how we can create these geometric shapes. Next one is the plum rose gold. I love this colorway as well. Again, distinct colors like that goes with everything. And last but not least is the turquoise ceramic. There we go. So I'm just quickly going to say hello, and then we're going to get into the making of the bracelet itself. Right, Tracy, good evening. Jen, good evening. Rachel, good evening. Carol here, good evening. Leslie, same problem with audio. I have moved the audio, Leslie. Thank you for doing a tutorial on the Puca beads. I have moved my microphone now. I have turned the volume slightly, so we shouldn't really have a problem with it. I don't really know what else. I'm gonna have to do like I need you, Leslie, do like a live maybe over the weekend or some point, just to sit down and test it. Might be broken. Like, I had this mic for, I don't know, 2-3 years now, so maybe it's time to get a new mic. Amelia, good evening. Jen, need to turn the volume up, but the volume is up, so let's turn it up a bit more. Is that the volume? Right, I turned the volume all the way up now, so hopefully that will make a difference. But it's sitting in a different position as well. Lindsay, good evening. Terry, good evening. Amelia, are there ever any bead weaving classes like with seed beads? We do bead weaving classes on Zoom on the BeadClub if you want to check that out. And the website for that one is beadclub.online. So pop on there and have a look. We've been doing all sorts of different things, not just bead weaving. We do, Laura's in there teaching a lot of beautiful chainmail and wire work as well at the moment. No sound. Now we got no sound. Is something off with audio? No, I have changed the audio a little bit. So I am not. Hello from Oregon, Nicole, Sandra. Can you use tiger tail on these? No, they are done with needle and thread. Christine, like, hi everyone. I'm not sure. I don't want to unplug and plug it back in because that will stop the stream. But let me just further in the connector. Hopefully, I might be able to move the mic a little bit. And now my camera's gone as well. have sand on YouTube. Jenny's saying, could it be a Facebook or YouTube issue? No, because Leslie's on YouTube as well. We'll see. We'll see. I'm really gonna have to investigate it. Let me know what you're hearing in sound wise, and then we'll see what we can do. Let me just pop my head off on there and reset this cam link as well. It looks like all of my equipment my equipment is breaking. Are you gonna come back? Yes, I am back. There we go. So I'm gonna pop these to the side, and I'm gonna get this beautiful color out. I love them, love these dark plum rose beads, because, and I'm going to zoom in further, they have got like a little bit of pattern on them, and they sort of go like a gold shimmer, but at the same time they got sort of, I'm going to focus on it, yeah, like this beautiful sort of marking. So this is the one I'm going to demo today. I've chosen a purple little cones to go with it, and then we can get started. So first I'm just gonna open some of the crystals. Well, we're not gonna need the crystals first. We're gonna use just the beads, and we're gonna sew them together in triangles. So I'm just very quickly going to need my glasses. I'm watching on YouTube. Thought my TV had sound problem, but perhaps not. I think it might be on my end. I'm gonna have to investigate this. Probably gonna have to get a new mic, and then we see how we go. Maybe I will unplug everything back in. I just sort of take the whole set apart, and then we see how we go. So I'm gonna using these beads. Now these little sort of cone shaped beads have got like a pointy end and the flat end. So the way how I want to pick up my sequence is to go through from the pointy end, pick up the Baros, and then go through from the flat end. So I want to create like a rice shape. When you leave it over, the volume increases, because I think that's when I'm closer to the microphone. So it's interesting, because when I used to have in my old setup, I used to have the microphone sort of quite down on the table. So maybe I need to test that. Right. So I need 3 sets of these on my thread. So picking up the Kanos, Baros, Kanos. I got 3 sets. Now I'm gonna go through all 3 of them again. So I form a triangle. Just like that. I'm gonna wrap that around my finger. So you could knot the end and the beginning together. I don't like to knot it, because the knot can seep into the hole of the bead and then block us to be going through later on. So I went through all 3 of them again. I'm gonna come through the first and second one more time. So I'm in position, I'm away from my tail, and in position to do the next set. So from now on, I'm going to be picking up 2 sets of these. So it's always a Kanos, Baros, Kanos, and I need 2 sets. And I'm going to locate where I'm coming out from. I'm going to look at this as a whole unit, and I'm going to come from the other side. There we go, and I'm going to pull this up. And now what I need to do is to move along. So I'm going to come along 1 more set, and I'm ready to add the next one. So I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to pick up 2 more units, adding them together. 1, 2, 3, and I'm going to locate where I'm coming out of. I'm going to come from the other side and just pull everything through. So I'm creating another triangle. And again, I'm going to go to the next unit. So I'm in position. I'm always adding the new unit to the unit which is furthest away from my tail. So I'm going to go ahead and pick up another one. Go through this one from the other side. And once again, move along one, so I'm in position to add the next set. That is what we're doing all the way down. Now, as you're making the bracelet, it's slightly, once the end, we're gonna sort of run up and down, adding the crystals in. And as you're adding the crystals in, you're gonna pull the bracelet a little bit shorter. So I would say probably about, it will be 5% shorter what it beads up now. We'll just keep going and adding those units. Let me know if you've done this project before. I can't even remember when we did it the last time. It was quite some time ago. But I just love, we got so many beautiful projects. I just love revisiting, and of course, like the last time we did it, we got like completely new colors and color ranges came in those beads. So I'm quite eager to revisit them and do them again. There's so many nice ones we can create. So I'm keep picking up 2 units at a time and just sewing it to the one I'm there with. I'm coming out. So we're doing right angle weave, but we're doing it in triangles. There we go. And coming through again. Jenny's saying she'd come out and gone back in and the sound is fine. Do let me know if the sound improved. I really need to investigate this. Or is it the stand? Or what is it about the sound? I'll keep on going. There we go. So I want probably about 20-21 in the middle. I got 9 so far. Because you're working with larger beads here, it does build up quite quickly. So I would say a bracelet from start to finish, maybe about 25 minutes it would take me to make, maybe 30 minutes. So it's quite a good one. There's 25% off on the website at the moment on these, so do have a look. There we go. I'm just keep coming through and adding to the length of my bracelet. So always picking up 2 units at a time, Kanos, Baros, Kanos, and then keep going. Deborah is saying really pretty design and beads. I can imagine doing this with many kinds of beads. Yeah, you could do. I think the sort of the key to this is to do it with something which is a right shape, because with round beads it wouldn't really sit that well. You wouldn't get that lovely sort of lacy finish in the middle. Good evening, Escher. Those beads are beautiful. I really do love these ones. I think sometimes using beads where they have more than one color in them, you can add so many different things will go with it, and not in terms of just other beads using with it, but what sort of clothes you can wear with it. You can wear it with much more multiple uses. And I love mixing colors together, and purple and lilac and even the sort of an amethysty color. It looks so nice. And look, I'm getting a knot. I thought I will be able to put it through. It looks so nice with gold. What happened? You're gonna come through? We got a knot. We do not want the knot, but sometimes it just happens. There we go. Love the beads, they're very different from the norm. They are Puca beads. They have been around for quite some time. I think this is sometimes, I love all different like beads, and these are manufactured in the Czech Republic as well. I love shaped beads, but all these companies are keep doing so many different shapes that sometimes it's hard to keep up, like what to design or what to make with, because even in Puca, oh gosh, I don't know. We used to talk about 25 different shapes, checkmates, you know, Matubu, they all of them doing so many different shapes now. And I love adding different shapes together, and 2-hole beads in particular as well. I love them because they usually bind our beadwork together. But there is just so many. So sometimes you pick something out and you haven't worked for ages with it, and it's just like, ooh, I even forgot that existed, and let me make something with it. But I think it's the same, like in anything. If you would be thinking about baking, and you know I'm hungry, I haven't had dinner yet, I'm thinking about baking, and you know, you go and like I always, like even cooking as well, I end up working or making the same thing over and over again. And then like there was a period we had lasagna every single week, and actually I can't even remember when was the last time we did have lasagna. So you kind of keep working with something for a while, and then sort of work with other stuffs, and things got forgotten. So it's good to revisit things and revisit shapes and beads. And I think as you go through time, like you design and look at things with different eyes and fit different things together as well. But I just love, this is what I love about beadwork, that there's so many possibilities. There's so many different things we can do. Right, I'm just gonna pull this through and check how many more do I need. Just pull that through so I am in position. Let's have a look, just measure it to this one. So I need 1, 2, 3, 4, 4. Yeah. 1, 2, 3, 4 sets of 2s. You're gonna have to count with me because I will forget. So the first set of 2s we're adding to get to the right size. Just coming from the other side. So I'm doing right angle weave, but I am doing it with 3 beads or 3 units rather, because there's more than 3 beads on there, to form more of a triangle shape. Now, one tip I would like to give you, so if you're more of a loose beader, then what you could do before you move on to the next one, you could run around the unit one more time. I'm kind of the opposite, like I always bead really tight. I hold on to my beads like I would be holding on to dear life. So some people are loose beaders. Knitting, I'll knit really loose. So I think we all got different crafts to do differently. It's beautiful. Thank you very much, Jen. So this will be the third one, isn't it? Is this the third set now? Do let me know in the comments. I said we need 4 sets of 2s. I think this is the third one. So now, like, I don't know, before I always used to remember and like as I'm making up, and now I feel like sometimes I need to put the number of beads on my mat, exactly what I need to use, because otherwise I keep forgetting like how many have I done. So I think this will be the last set of 2s. There we go. Oh, the wrong way around, picking it up. So coming from the back. Robin is asking, can you see my comments? I can see that comment. I can go back and see if there was any more. Sometimes it might not show up. Can we substitute a round bead or crystal? The dark bronze bracelet would look great for a male, just not sure about the crystal. So if you want to do a male version of it, I think you could do like use the matte beads, like this one, and instead of crystal, like, you know, add another matte round bead in there, if that makes sense. So instead of, you could use these beads still, there is a dark, no, it's on this one. So the same color Baros beads have got the same color Kanos beads. Can you see? So you could use the same color matte bronze with the matte bronze sort of faceted one, and then use just a plain round bead. Or the other thing what you could do is, which is approximately would be the same size, they put two Kanos together, which I'll show you what I mean. So I would pick up one from the thin end and one from the flat end and put these together, and instead of the crystal you could use that. So you only got two different kind of beads on there. So do have a little think of that. Right, is this the right size now? I think it will be. Are we right? 1, 2, of course it pulls together afterwards, so we need have we got the right one? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I think I got one extra unit on there when I said, yeah, I think I got an extra unit, so I'm gonna have to take one off because otherwise it's gonna be too big. And yes, I ended up on the wrong side as well. So when adding the end on, because we're gonna be coming out, I'm just gonna take this very last unit off, because we're coming at opposite corners of the bracelet. What we want to do, we kind of want to centralize our clasp, and I'm gonna add a nice toggle clasp for this. And because the bracelet is quite, probably about 3/4 of an inch wide, I can get away with adding a large toggle clasp on there. Right, let's scroll those beads away. So I'm going to use an antique gold one on this one. I want this swirly pattern. I'm going to use this one on there. If I just added it to the end there, can you see, like, let me just zoom out a tiny bit. So if I just added it onto the end there, I would end up the clasp sort of there on a clasp there on a point. So what we really need to do is to add some crystals in, and with these crystals you can cheat because you can add more crystals on there. Maybe that one will show up better. We can add more crystals on here to lengthen the bracelet. If you need to lengthen the bracelet, you could do it that way as well. So as I'm coming out of this very last bead, what I'm going to do, I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to pick up 4 crystals and the Kanos bead to the end. So I'm creating a point. I'm going to take this down just like that, and I want to show you because one of them, right, so if you just loop back and add your, this has been added on wrong, but if you are just loop back and add your toggle there, it will still work. However, it will not sit flat with the bracelet. So what we need to do is to go into the loop and then come out of it on the, come back down. So I'm going to go through the loop on the clasp. I'm going to come back down on these crystals, all 4 of them, and I'm going to pull this tight. Come on. Make sure it's nice and close to my bracelet, and then I'm going to go over to the other side of this very last unit, and I'm going to go up on here. And what I want to do now is sort of pull this in the middle. However, you can see that because this is finished on the angle and we need to counter sort of counteract that that sort of gap there. So I added 4 here, so I'm going to add 5 on the other side. 2, 3, 4, they're running away from me. 5, and I'm gonna pick up a Kanos again. Chasing this one on my mat. I am gonna use you, even if you are. And now I'm gonna go through the loop again. And I'm gonna come back through all of those beads until I get to the bottom of this. There we go. So we have centralized our clasp. So now, even though we finished on an angle, it's gonna sit there nice. So the next thing I'm gonna do, I'm gonna run down on one side, and as I'm running down, I'm gonna pick up a crystal as I go along. So as I'm coming out of the crystals, I'm gonna pick up one more, go through the next unit. I'm gonna pick up another one, go through the next unit. I'm gonna pick up another one, go through the next unit. I'm gonna run all the way down on the side of the bracelet. It's sort of, you make the pattern in, I mean, you don't have to add these crystals in. You could just leave the pattern as it is. I just think it's just like there is that gap there, and sort of my mind wants to fill it sometimes. I just love adding a little bit more detail in there. So if you did make a male one, you didn't have to add these crystals in at all. If you didn't want to, you could leave it out. Right, and when I get down to the other end, so when we were on the other side, so again, let me just turn this around, we are on the sort of the furthest away part of the bracelets. I'm going to pick up 4 crystals again. 1, 2, 3, 4. I'm going to pick up a Kanos and the other side of the clasp, put this on, come back down all 4, and I'm going to come to that last unit as well. Pull this up nice and tight. Now on this side I'm picking up 5 crystals. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and a Kanos. And I'm gonna once again go through the loop of the clasp and come back through those beads. So this way my end, the toggle, the T-bar, as well as the round part of the toggle, the ring part of the toggle, will sit nice and flat. So once again I'm back here. I'm gonna go ahead and pick up another crystal and just run down on this side, adding the missing beads in. Just let's get this tail out of the way. There we go. Let me know if you got any questions, so I can make sure that I answer it for you before we finish. I'm just running all the way down. There we go. Couple more to add. Now when I get down to the other end, I do like to pop up to the clasp one more time and reinforce it. And then after that, all is left to do is to work off your thread. So I'm gonna go up, just sort of going through all of the crystals. I'm gonna go through the end one more time and then come back down, because it's the clasp what you, when you're using your bracelet, it is the clasp what you sort of pull the most. So I'm gonna go up in this side as well. So I just crossed over in the last unit again, and reinforce this one more time. And we got the tail, don't forget, on the other side, which we can do the same thing with, so we don't have to take the thread all the way back down. And now I can go any direction, and all I want to do, I like to sort of snake around a few beads, and then I show you how to do a one thread knot or half hitch knot to work your thread off. So I'm gonna come away from the end, just go through a few beads. You can go up and down any thread path you previously created. So I'm just going, you can go around, you can go anywhere, just reinforcing sort of a unit or two. So to do a one thread knot, what we want to do, let me zoom in on this. I'm going to catch the thread path between two beads. So I'm going to stitch into that little thread in between the beads. I didn't go through any of the beads, I stitched on the thread. And I'm going to pull my needle through. And as I'm pulling through, I have this loop appearing. I'm going to thread my needle through that loop, and when I pull this up, there's going to be a tiny little knot forming on the top of that thread. Now I like to do this a couple of times, so I'm going to take this down. I like to do it a couple of times along the bracelet. So I have got a really nice and sort of, even if one knot fails, I got another knot, but they never really fail. And I'm going to take it through a couple of beads and never cut my thread off right next to my knot, and then I'm ready to trim. And then I would sort of take a bit more thread off the end there, add a needle to it, and do the same, working that side out. I absolutely love this colorway. I think this is gonna disappear into my jewelry box upstairs, because I got a dress. I got like a really nice dress which has got similar color flowers on there, so I can wear it with that one. I really do love it. Right, do check out the website, because we do have got we have got loads of, we got 14 different colors on there for you. All sort of, I went a bit mad, I have to admit, I went a bit mad with the bronzy colors, but they all quite slightly different, so whichever bronzy color is you like the best, do you have a look. It's a 25% off until Sunday, or until the end of the weekend. And yeah, it's a very quick make. I love this blue as well, and it's actually, look, it would go really nicely with what I'm wearing right now. So this one might disappear into my jewelry box upstairs as well. My jewelry box is getting bigger and bigger. I might have to get another one for my bedroom. Right, my lovelies, thank you so much for joining me on Thursday night. Laura is going to be with you next week, but I think I'm back on Thursday night next week for the live. So everybody have a beautiful week, have a very good weekend. Hopefully the weather, fingers crossed, is going to warm up a little bit more, and we're going to have some sunshine over the weekend. And I just want to sit outside the garden and do some beading. So thank you very much for watching me, and I see you next week. Bye bye bye.